Have you ever felt like there's sand trapped in your eyes, even though nothing is there? That gritty, burning sensation that starts the moment you wake up and just gets worse throughout the day? You try to blink it away, maybe splash some water, maybe even reach for eye drops again. But it keeps coming back, every single day. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. I've had patients in their 60-second, 70-second, even 80-second tell me the same thing. Dr. Porter, my eyes feel like they're drying out from the inside. It's like I can't cry anymore, even when I want to. And here's the truth that's not just uncomfortable. It's exhausting. It makes reading harder, watching television less enjoyable, driving, sometimes even dangerous. It chips away at your independence, your peace of mind, and even your sleep, because those eyes never stop stinging. What's worse? Most people think it's normal. Just aging, they say. But that's not the whole story. What's really happening is this. Your body, the same body that once produced tears effortlessly, is now struggling to keep your eyes moist. Why? Because the tiny glands that make your natural tears are slowing down. The film that once protected your eyes, it's thinning, breaking apart too fast, or missing key ingredients like the healthy fats and hydration needed to hold it together. That's why artificial tears, no matter how expensive, feel like a temporary bandage. They soothe for minutes, then fade. And you're back to blinking, rubbing, squinting, just trying to see clearly, just trying to function. Now here's the good news, and this is important. There are completely natural ways to nourish those tear glands from the inside out. I'm talking about simple, everyday seeds, yes, seeds that can gently support your body's ability to hydrate your eyes naturally. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, if this kind of grounded, practical health advice matters to you, especially if you're over 60, I'd be honored if you subscribed. This channel is here to help you feel seen, heard, and empowered. Because dry eyes may feel small compared to other health problems, but if you live with them daily, you know they can make life feel a lot dimmer than it should. And you deserve better than that. Let's fix it together. Let me introduce you to something surprisingly powerful. A tiny brown seed you may have walked past in the grocery store hundreds of times. Flax seeds. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How could something so small help with something as frustrating as dry eyes? Let me explain. You see, every time you blink, your eyelids are supposed to spread a smooth layer of protective moisture over the surface of your eyes called the tear film. This isn't just water. Your tears are actually made up of 3 key layers. A watery layer, a mucus layer, and most importantly for dry eyes, an oily layer. That oily layer is produced by tiny glands in your eyelids, called meibomian glands. And those glands? They desperately need omega-3 fatty acids to work properly. Flax seeds are one of nature's richest sources of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that your body can convert into EPA and DHA, the same fatty acids found in fish oil. Why is this important? Because omega-3 can help reduce inflammation in those tiny glands, allowing them to produce the right type of oil, the one that prevents your tears from evaporating too fast. Without enough omega-3, your tears break down too quickly. Result? That same stinging, blurry, gritty feeling again. Now let me tell you about one of my patients, Sandra. Sandra is 68, retired teacher, loves to crochet. But over the past year, her eyes had become so dry that she could barely see her stitches. Every afternoon, her eyes would burn so badly that she had to stop her hobby altogether. She tried over-the-counter drops. They helped for a while, then didn't. When she came to me, her exact words were, "Dr. Porter, my eyes feel like they're quitting on me." We added 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to her routine. Nothing complicated, just sprinkled on her morning oatmeal or stirred into her yogurt. Within 3 weeks, she told me, "I can finish a full scarf again without having to stop and rub my eyes. I haven't been able to do that in months." No side effects. No expensive prescription, just real food, working with her body, not against it. Now a quick tip here. Always choose ground flax seeds, not whole. Whole flax seeds pass right through your system. Ground seeds let your body absorb the omega-3 second properly. And store them in the fridge. Flax seeds go rancid fast when exposed to heat or light. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons per day is all most people need to start seeing and feeling a difference. This isn't hype. There are multiple clinical studies confirming that flaxseed supplementation can improve symptoms of dry eye, especially in older adults. And the best part? Flax seeds don't just help your eyes. They also support heart health, digestion, and even hormonal balance, which becomes more and more important after 60. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't underestimate that little bag of seeds. It might just help you cry again, not out of sadness, but because your eyes are finally working the way they're supposed to. Next, we'll look at a seed you probably already have in your pantry, and it holds onto water like a sponge. Stay with me. Now let's talk about another seed. One you've probably already seen in health food aisles, or even added to your smoothie without knowing its full potential. Chia seeds. Yes, those same tiny black and white seeds that swell up in water, they're more than just trendy. They are hydration powerhouses, and for dry eyes, that matters more than you might think. Here's why. While flax seeds work by reducing inflammation and restoring healthy oils to your tear film, chia seeds tackle another part of the problem, the watery layer of your tears. You see, your tears aren't just oil. They also contain water, and lots of it. But as we age, our bodies struggle to stay hydrated at the cellular level. Even if you drink enough water, it doesn't always reach where it's needed, especially in your eyes. That's where chia seeds come in. When you soak chia seeds in water, they form a gel-like coating that's soluble fiber. When you eat them, that same gel slows digestion, helping your body retain fluids longer and hydrate more efficiently. In other words, they act like little water balloons, slowly releasing moisture into your system throughout the day. Now, you may be wondering, what does that have to do with my dry eyes? Well, when your body is better hydrated, your tear glands are more likely to function properly, producing sufficient watery fluid to keep your eyes moist, comfortable, and protected. I remember a gentleman named Harold, 73 years old, former postman, stubborn as they come. He told me he'd never touch one of those new age seeds. But his eyes were so dry he had to stop reading the morning newspaper, the one habit he cherished since he was 20. His wife slipped chia seeds into his morning smoothie without telling him. After 2 weeks, he came into my office and said, "Doc, I don't know what changed, but I can read the classifieds again without blinking every second." When I told him the truth, he just laughed and said, "Guess I owe her breakfast now." Harold didn't change his whole diet. Just one simple addition, about a tablespoon of chia seeds soaked in water overnight, added to a smoothie or spooned into yogurt. That's it. And research backs this up. Studies show chia seeds are rich in omega-3 second, antioxidants, calcium, and soluble fiber, all of which support not just hydration but also reduced inflammation, a key contributor to dry eye syndrome. A quick note though, always drink plenty of water with chia seeds. They expand a lot. You want them to swell in your stomach, not get stuck in your throat. And if you're taking blood thinners or on heart medications, talk to your doctor. Chia seeds are safe for most people, but they are nutrient dense and should be added gradually. So, if your eyes feel like they're drying out and eye drops just don't cut it, these tiny seeds might just help your body hold on to the water it needs to make real, healing tears. In the next part, we'll dive into a crunchy snack you might already love but never realized how much it's doing for your eyes. Don't go anywhere, this next one might surprise you. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you ate sunflower seeds? Maybe it was during a baseball game, or straight from the bag as a crunchy snack. But what you probably didn't know is that these familiar little seeds are one of the most powerful protectors of your eyes, especially if you're over 60. Here's the thing. Dry eyes aren't just about poor tear production. They're also about damage, tiny invisible damage that builds up in the surface of your eyes every time your tears evaporate too quickly. And one of the biggest culprits? Oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust for your body. It happens when unstable molecules called free radicals attack healthy cells, including the delicate tissue in your eyes. It accelerates aging. It weakens tear-producing glands, and over time, It destroys the natural balance that keeps your eyes moist and comfortable. That's where vitamin E comes in. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant that acts like a shield, neutralizing free radicals before they can do any damage. And guess what? Sunflower seeds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E on the planet. Just 1 ounce of dry roasted sunflower seeds can give you nearly half of your daily vitamin E needs. And that's not all. Sunflower seeds also contain selenium, zinc, and essential fatty acids, all of which support eye health by reducing inflammation and helping your tear glands function more effectively. Now let me tell you about Marlene. Marlene is 71. She used to love gardening, but over the past few years, her dry eyes made it nearly impossible to be outside. The wind would sting. The sunlight would make her eyes water excessively, not because they were hydrated, but because they were irritated. She told me, "I used to look forward to spring. Now I dread it." We added sunflower seeds to her diet, just a small handful each day as an afternoon snack. No fancy supplements, no new medications, just food. 6 weeks later, she came in smiling. "I planted petunias this morning," she said, "and I didn't need my sunglasses for once." That's not a miracle. That's what happens when your body starts getting what it needs to protect and repair itself from the inside out. Now, a quick word of caution. Sunflower seeds are healthy, but they're also calorie-dense. Stick to about 1 ounce per day and go for unsalted, dry-roasted versions to avoid excess sodium. And if you have diverticulosis or any digestive issues, chew them well or choose shelled seeds to avoid irritation. It's amazing how something so ordinary can have such a profound effect on your health. Sometimes, the best solutions aren't found in a prescription bottle. They're in the snack aisle, hiding in plain sight. Up next, we'll explore a seed that's less common but maybe the most powerful when it comes to restoring healthy, balanced tears. If you've never heard of hemp seeds, you'll want to stick around. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about a seed that still surprises people. Hemp seeds. No, they won't get you high. They're not marijuana. What they are, though, is one of nature's most perfectly balanced sources of essential fatty acids, and for dry eyes, that balance means everything. Here's why. Your tear film, the protective layer over your eyes, is made up of 3 parts, remember? And one of the most crucial is the lipid layer, or oil layer. That's the part that keeps tears from evaporating too fast. This oil comes from the meibomian glands in your eyelids. When those glands are inflamed, clogged, or undernourished, they can't produce the right kind of oil. That's when tears evaporate within seconds, leaving your eyes dry, irritated, and exposed. Now, here's the key. Those glands need the right ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids to function properly. Too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3? That leads to chronic inflammation, and dry eye syndrome only gets worse. This is where hemp seeds shine. They naturally contain a perfect 3-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, exactly what your body needs to reduce inflammation without suppressing healthy oil production. Think of hemp seeds as a daily tune-up for your tear glands. And unlike fish oil, which can sometimes upset your stomach or leave a bad aftertaste, hemp seeds are gentle, plant-based, and easy to digest. Now let me tell you about Joseph. He's 75, loves reading mystery novels, used to sit on his porch every evening with a cup of tea and a book. But over time, his eyes began to feel dry and gritty by late afternoon. He told me, by 5 p.m., I'd have to put the book down. My eyes just couldn't take it anymore. He tried drops, warm compresses, even omega-3 supplements. Some helped, but not for long. I suggested hemp seeds, just 2 tablespoons a day, added to his morning smoothie or sprinkled over his eggs. Within a month, he told me, I'm back to reading in the evenings. My eyes still get tired but not dry, and that's a big difference. Joseph didn't change everything. He didn't need a prescription. He just gave his glands the building blocks they were starving for. A few tips if you want to try hemp seeds. First, choose hulled hemp hearts, the soft inner part of the seed. They taste mild, slightly nutty, and go well with both sweet and savory foods. Second, store them in the fridge. Hemp seeds are rich in healthy fats, which can go rancid if left out too long. And finally, don't overdo it. 2 tablespoons a day is enough for most people. If you're on blood thinners or taking medications that affect fat absorption, just check in with your doctor first. What I love most about hemp seeds is how quietly powerful they are. No flashy packaging, no unrealistic promises. Just quiet support for the glands and tissues that keep your eyes moist, protected, and functional even as you age. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to combine these 4 seeds into one simple daily routine that fits into your life without stress or confusion. Because knowing what to eat is only half the battle. Knowing how to do it consistently, that's where real change happens. By now, you've learned what each of these 4 seeds can do: flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, and hemp seeds. They each support your tear production in a different, complementary way. But here's the real question. How do you actually make this work in your daily life? You don't need complicated recipes. You don't need to track grams and milligrams. You just need a simple, repeatable plan. So here's my personal 3-step seed routine, the one I recommend to my own patients that you can start tomorrow morning. Step 1. Start your morning with omega-3. Support omega-3. When you wake up, your eyes have just gone 7 to 8 hours without blinking. That's why many people feel the worst burning or dryness first thing in the morning. So we start the day by nourishing the glands that produce oil for your tears. How? Mix 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds and 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts into your breakfast. Stir it into oatmeal, yogurt, cottage cheese, or a smoothie. This gives you a powerful dose of anti-inflammatory omega-3 second and helps balance your tear film right from the start. Ground flax seeds are crucial here. They must be ground for your body to absorb them. And hemp seeds? They're soft, no grinding needed. Step 2. Midday hydration for tear volume. In the afternoon, maybe between lunch and dinner, it's time to address the watery layer of your tears. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Soak them in a glass of water for 20-30 minutes or overnight, and drink it slowly. You can also add lemon juice or a few berries for flavor. This step helps your body hold on to hydration not just for your eyes, but for your whole system. Many older adults are mildly dehydrated without realizing it. And when your body's dry, so are your eyes. This chia water habit is one of the simplest but most powerful ways to support tear volume. Step 3. Evening repair and protection. As the day winds down, we turn to sunflower seeds, a source of vitamin E and antioxidants, to help your eyes recover from daily stress. Around 3 to 5 p.m., enjoy a small handful of dry roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds. About an ounce is enough. That's roughly 2 tablespoons of shelled seeds. You can eat them plain, sprinkle them onto a salad, or mix them into a trail mixed with other heart-healthy nuts like almonds or walnuts. Vitamin E helps neutralize oxidative stress and supports the delicate surface of your eyes while you sleep. Now, if this sounds like too much to start all at once, here's what I tell my patients. Begin with 1 seed. Add just 1 for a full week. Then add another. Build the habit slowly. Consistency matters more than perfection. And here's a pro tip. Pre-portion your seeds at the beginning of the week. Keep small containers in the fridge so you don't have to think about it every day. You're not trying to fix your eyes in 1 week. You're creating a new foundation, one that supports your vision day after day, year after year. And remember, these seeds don't just help with dry eyes. They also support heart health, brain function, digestion, and joint strength, all of which are interconnected with your overall comfort and vitality as you age. In our final part, I'll remind you of something I deeply believe. You deserve to see the world clearly and comfortably for as long as you live. Not through artificial drops, but through real nourishment. Let's wrap this up together. I want to leave you with something simple but powerful. You don't have to accept dry, burning, irritated eyes as your new normal. You don't have to squint through your favorite books, give up gardening, or dread the sting of wind on your morning walk. Because the truth is, your body hasn't given up on you. It's simply waiting patiently for the right kind of support. And sometimes, that support comes not from a pharmacy, but from your kitchen. Flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, hemp seeds. 4 small seeds, 1 big impact. They work differently, but together they address the root of the problem. Inflammation, hydration, protection, and oil balance, the real drivers behind healthy tear production. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're just missing a few building blocks. And now you have them. Just imagine waking up without that gritty, sandy feeling. Reading a book from beginning to end without reaching for drops. Walking outside and feeling the breeze without tears running down your cheeks from irritation. That's not a fantasy. It's a quiet, steady result of real nourishment done daily. And remember, you are not alone in this. I've walked this journey with so many patients, and now I'm honored to walk it with you through this channel. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. It means more than you know. And if you're new, I invite you gently to subscribe. Because we're just getting started. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Your experience could inspire someone else who's silently struggling with dry eyes. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend or loved one who might benefit too. Sometimes, the smallest habits and the smallest seeds can restore the comfort, clarity, and joy that aging tries to take away. But you're taking it back, one step at a time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.